Hello y'all and welcome to Frank's Handyman again. I hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving and now back to work. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of different things. We're going to be finishing up some jobs that we had been doing in the past episodes. If you guys were looking, we were putting down all this caulking here. Today we're just going to finish buffering all of this thing out and also cleaning out all the excess. At this point, there was not many cracks that we had to fill in. Everything was already set, so all we had to really do, like I said, was just making sure that we buffered everything else and we made sure that everything was clean. And then after we got to this point, everything was practically done, so he's just gonna start cleaning everything out, and then we're gonna move to a second location. And like I mentioned earlier, if you saw the videos, this is a house that we're working in for a client. We fixed the trim in here. On the past episode, you could go back and look at the last episode, and you'll see how we started out the process of putting the shingles there too. And also we're gonna be finishing up all the painting in this room. There's some little touches that we have to make, so we're gonna be looking at towards the end some before and after pictures. We're also gonna start putting a lot of the board trim in the room. We're not gonna get done with all of it today, but you could at least see some of the start of it. But the painting, as far as all the finishing touches, that's all gonna be done today. Right now they're just gonna start setting up before they start doing all the measurements and all the cutting, and both of them are gonna focus on different tasks. He's gonna focus on all the cutting and doing all the measurements, while the other colleague is gonna focus on just doing all the small touches around with the painting. As you can see, he's mostly doing all the edges. That's why he's using the paintbrush. That way he could get the really thin parts. Usually with any bigger section, you want more than 2 feet, you at least want to use a paint roller. And like I mentioned, he's painting all of the little small areas, as you can see here on the very top towards the ceiling. He's doing all those little edges, and also we're going to be painting on the ceiling later on as well. But right now, our other colleague and the main focus is going to be setting up the trim right here. It's a really hard angle, and it took us a little bit of tries to get it done correctly, just because the machines that we had, it was not adding up to the angle, just because the wall was really uneven as well, and so was the angle. So it took various tries and just skill of experience to get that part done. So for today, you'll see that that was the main focus, getting over that little angle right here, because like I said, it was a really hard cut to make, and also just that progress of us doing all of the painting in the room. At this point, now that he got the majority of the smaller cuts done and also the measurements, he's now going to measure the long board trim that's going to be going here, and then he's also going to be making the cut for it. Right now that he has a long trim, now he's gonna start making adjustments and making sure that the smaller pieces all fall aligned, and then he's gonna put on the staples into the board trim. And as you will see as well, our other colleagues already on the other side of the room finishing up doing some small touches here. And right here you can see these are the small little touches that we were talking about. This room is really dark. There's really not much light in there, so it's hard to see everything as you're painting. That's why it's a lot better to look at it when it's more dry, and that was the reason as well why he went over to do a lot of the small touches. Right now our other colleague is going to finish doing one small piece and also doing some adjustments to it and then stapling it down. But as you can see, this is the room before we painted it, and then you're going to see the afterwards. Stay tuned for tomorrow. We're still going to have more pictures of the trim and you'll see the big difference. So I'll see you tomorrow, and stay tuned for more episodes.